laps compared to the rest of the field and then work their way back through the field. So the biggest thing that you don't want if you're Christopher Bell right now, but you do if you're Tyler Reddick, I want to beat him to pit road. I want to try to pit before that 20 car to try to jump him with the fresh tires for one lap.
Well, obviously the 11 running them down, I mean, it's putting the pressure on him. I agree with you about Reddick, but you see Reddick shooting to the bottom now. Regan, I'm thinking he's coming.
Chris Buescher in the 17 car, been battling with that car being too tight in traffic this last run. Otherwise, not too bad, just the traffic issues.
Well, you saw Tyler Reddick dive to pit road right there. And if they have a clean pit stop, he's going to be in front of Christopher Bell when this is over.
He pushed hard coming on the pit road, too. Did a good job.
Yeah, but he doesn't, as long as they have a clean pit stop, I mean, just the amount of lap time that he's going to gain on these new tires is going to put him in front of Bell.
Jamie?
They had just told Tyler the lap before, we're going to pit with the 20, so he opted to come down before the 20. 4 tire stops that he wants to be just a touch freer. That's it. No chassis adjustments, air pressure only.
Bubba Wallace finishes his stop. So does Chase Elliott.
Regan.
Well, you see the 20 of Christopher Bell. His guys have been ready for about the last 10 laps. They were trying to time it out and sequence it just right as to when they hit pit road, as well as not have issues with the 41 car who was pitting in front of them.
Well, he hit it right on Larry's number. 47 laps, splits the stage for this final run to the checker.
Keep an eye on that. That short pit by the 11, he's definitely going to beat the 20 out.
Yeah, and
keep it, though.
He's a half a straightaway ahead of Tyler Reddick, so.
Big.
Now, Daniel Suarez began this run as the last car on the lead lap. Suarez has cycled through to the lead. As you see his number 7 up on the graphic at the top of the screen. But when he makes his pit stop, he will possibly fall off the lead lap. That's kind of the gamble of running long like this.
So that was 5 laps short pitted. I'm talking, whoa, hold on to it, Suarez. Suarez got trouble. I think he's got a tire down.
He's
really
up in
slow.
turn 2, almost against the wall. Now brings it down.
Limping it back.
Off pace.
What about?
So that gamble of staying out long is not going to pay off for Daniel Suarez, but he will make it to pit road as Denny Hamlin reassumes the lead.
So that short pit, that was 6 laps to Bell and 5 to Hamlin, or excuse me, to Reddick. That was a heads-up call, and I think if something doesn't happen here, they're going to have a tough time running that 11 down. Could be the winning combination, Kevin.
Yeah, well, the biggest thing that the 11 can't happen is what happened at the end of the previous run where he fell off really bad. Hopefully being able to have a little bit more clean air allows that tire to last a little bit longer this run, or the adjustments make up for the handling deficit that they had the last run. But both of those cars of Reddick and Bell had him covered at the end of the last run.
And that 4.3 second advantage Hamlin had at the end of the pit cycle is sands falling through the hourglass pretty fast. Reddick's already knocked more than a second out of Hamlin's lead.
Yeah, and that's right here. This is not what Tyler Reddick wants to see, having to deal with the 34 car.
Gilliland trying to stay on the lead lap.
The sequence didn't quite work out as well for Reddick that time through traffic, but
let's go back and watch him. You see him up at the top of your screen in the wall pretty good, right in the middle of 3 and 4. All the way down, still in it. Finally pulled it out of it.
And then 1 lap later.
Oh, man. Bubba Wallace had to come up the racetrack right there because Ross Chastain was a groove, 2 grooves off the bottom, right in the middle of the road, trying to get to pit road.
That was a wreck that just didn't happen for whatever reason.
We almost had our first caution for cause today, other than the 2 stage breaks.
As he got into the wall, I'm surprised that car's holding on as strong as it is. Still running 5th. Doesn't seem to slow it down either.
Yeah, well, it cost him a couple spots, but
he got right back to race pace.
He did.
Yep. Around the turn, next on Fox, Indy cars from Long Beach racing on the streets in longest running street races in the world. This will be a lot of fun next on Fox. The Cup Series goes to Talladega next Sunday, 3 p.m. on Fox, and also next Sunday, the NHRA 4-Wide Nationals, 7 p.m. Eastern on FS1. Denny Hamlin, one of the favorites today. He has been out front 5 times for a total of 102 laps so far after starting this race from the outside pole.
Well, this guy right here is definitely making up some ground, but he's got a long ways to go. Needs to clear this car of Shane Van Gisbergen as quick as he can to get that clean racetrack.
I really think if it goes green, it's just going to come down to tire management and saving those, and Denny Hamlin does that as good as anybody. A lot of experience and wisdom behind the wheel. 21 years he's been doing this. He knows how to save those tires, and that short pit call. I think Chris Gale's got their number if we don't see something. If they don't have trouble, right? It boils down to tire management, like I said.
Well, he's got a gap to play with, and I think that as we get to the end of the run, you're going to probably see him have to manage that, because we know how bad that the 11 fell off the last run, but he also has way cleaner racetrack this time, and
Let's see what
you
happens
see
here.
the 11 and the 8.
Yeah, during the stage break,